What's up, guys? Konato64 here. And today I'm doing part 2 to, basically what if Villain Deku was basically canon. So, yeah. So, we're gonna start off at UA High with Class 1A going around, choosing their hero names. And of course, with Bakugo, it has been rejected a couple of times already, because Midnight would say his hero names is very bad, pretty much. Like, kind of, it sounds villainous and all that. But with, of course, with Izuku, he's like, if I'm being honest to myself, Bakugo did take the design from one of my notebooks when we were kids as his hero costume. I'm surprised he ain't choosing the name, but what I also gave him. But not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked he actually used the hero costume what we made for him when we were kids. But nothing I can do much about it. Until it gets, to Izuku's turn. Izuku goes up to goes up to the podium. And before, he shows the name. And at the same time, when he does show the hero name he will go by, he also says, this meaning meant something to me a long time ago, but someone recently has actually changed the meaning for me. God damn. Sorry about that. But, of course, Bakugo felt, it's kind of livid. Like, she feels like he wants to explode something for some reason. And Uraraka, happy, but at the same time, flustered. But yeah, Izuku Midoriya's hero name is Deku. So yeah. And of course, that would go by until going through everyone going ahead to lunch. Izuku does still talk to Ida about, his brother and all that. But Ida pretty much is, he's like, Midoriya, I am fine. You don't need to worry. While I also walking off, wanting to be alone. And Uraraka and Izuku are worried about, especially Izuku, is worried about Ida doing something stupid. Of course, but we know it's going to be going on by that. But of course, by that, Uraraka and Izuku going to, keep walking through the hallway, heading to the lunchroom. Until All Might comes along asking for Izuku for, for a bit of its time. And Izuku tells Uraraka he'll be right back, but also kind of wondering why the hell is All Might shaking like that? Like, he's kind of thinking, what could scare All Might that badly? until they get to the office, and of course, all my basic tells, young Midoriya, for your, you know, I have someone you can go to for an internship. If you haven't chosen anyone, and of course he can help you with one for all. Izuku's like, wait, really? Yes, he's my mentor. Showing him the piece of paper, and of course Izuku says he will choose Gran Torino. But in the city, kind of been walking around for a couple of hours or so now. Not gonna lie, this is very strange. Especially for me to time travel. I've been walking for hours. And of course, I'm surprised I'm surprised. Well, by this time and place, we probably haven't got the leak yet. Probably. Well, I do know we're gonna be getting them soon. But it's still strange Shigaraki hasn't called me for his player 2 yet. But, who knows. Actually, I could go check on the lab when I meet around this time. And of course, villain Deku heads to a old abandoned, let me think. Old abandoned building. And he walks inside, but he doesn't see any of the equipment what All For One gave him. He's like, what the hell? UA has already started by my understanding, and the date. If I gotta remember, it's around after the sports festival and a little bit before Hasu, with the hero killer and, Shigaraki letting out a couple of Nomus. But not thinking, really. Of course, he's still kind of confused about time travel. So, yeah. And I'm going to do a small little time skip of 2 days. But, of course, during those 2 days, he somehow, the card what he got with that infinite money, what he got from All For One in his timeline, somehow it works. Even when he didn't actually get it, but later in his own timeline. When around he's like, I'm surprised this card works. I kind of, if I'm being honest, I did get this card around when All For One and All Might fought. He, after when he told me to help Shigaraki and all that, and to buy, for us to buy supplies. But of course, with Shigaraki, he mostly just bought video games and stuff like that, and of course, but not gonna lie, he had to become more of a boss. Not gonna lie. If All For One's not in the picture, Shigaraki actually doesn't become if I gotta be honest, he doesn't become half of annoying than he was. Like, Yeah, if I gotta say, it becomes more of a better boss without All For One. But whatever. And of course, by Villain Deku buying some stuff online and from the black market, he is mostly just setting up a lab. Like, he's basically just has a small lab in his room. And of course, he's... Oh, fuck, my head. I've been feeling like this for a while, for 2 days now. It has to be something about Warpgate glitching out or some shit like that. Who knows? Of course, time travel is still fucking a thing. But what's weird is I haven't even heard anything about my own villain persona. What's weird is I heard all about Shigaraki and Kirigiri, but not me? Really? Like, Jesus. Like, Christ. Like, I know they knew me before they actually found out my real identity, but whatever. And of course, he gets a little, not a big, setup like he does on one side of the room. Villain Deku does have a lot of monitors and something similar to like a small lab. And on the other side of the huge room, all he pretty much has is just a desk and a bed. And all that. Until, he's, on the computer looking up, videos and stuff like that. And also making his own master plan to change it, change the timeline a bit to make sure his friends don't die, not like they did before. But until he finds cut videos from the sports festival, like he sees one about like Todoroki and Bakugo, and then he also sees another video underneath it, what shocks him. What? This is my eye. My eyes are deceiving me, right? Okay, hold on. Now I'm thinking with all the headaches I've been having for the past 2 days are slowly corrupting my mind, and probably with all the quirks I put inside my body. And of course, I'm not brain dead, so that's a good thing. And I didn't turn to a goddamn Numu, because All For One used people with quirks factor inside the body instead of using quirkless people. But not gonna lie, kind of grateful about that. I don't want to become a fucking weird ass soldier, but not a whole lot I can do about that. But this, it makes no sense. Until he clicks on the video. What the fuck? Villain Deku is just like, you're kidding me, right? I thought I fucking time travel, but this shit. Okay, this makes no sense and sense at the same time. Now okay, okay. Okay, Zuko, calm down. Just calm the fuck down. He takes a deep breath and is like, okay, you did not time travel. You fucking dimension hopped. Okay. So Aries' quirk in the right hands doesn't just rewind the body. It can also be used as time, not just time travel, but dimension hopping. You know, this. If I'm being honest, this kind of reminds me of some of those Marvel to DC comics. What I saw all for one had. For a guy who was blind, somehow for a guy who was blind who somehow could read comics and know who's in the room. Well, he did say something about he can still see without seeing, but it can't be X-ray vision or nothing like that, because it's the way he can tell when someone's mad, or I don't my brain is just fried the fuck off. Wait a minute. I can use this to my advantage. Why not just make everyone not just hate me? Oh, so like Mirio is supposed to be the rival to Shigaraki. Oh my god. Oh. Izuku Midoriya. Shigaraki's not gonna be your rival. I have a better idea. Why not fight? You know, looking at the screen maniacally. Paused on the image showing, Hero Deku's face. Why not just fight yourself? Oh, that'll be emotional. 'Cause what I can tell, the timeline is similar, but also different at the same time. It seems like, unlike for me, when All Might just said I couldn't be a hero, and then when I jumped and he fucking yelled at me, but it seems like in this timeline, he actually chose the other me for one for all. Now that's exciting. And of course, Izuku's like, blood? What the hell? So he gets from his computer and slides all the way to the other room. It types some stuff. He starts typing and puts some blood samples. He puts his own blood sample into a jar, puts it into a device. So it starts to spin. He's like, what the hell's going on? I do not need to be spitting up blood like fucking All Might. And he wipes the blood off. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Thank God I did not do this later on. Okay, so who's that? Thank God I have the smarts to know if I'm spitting out blood, not just to rub it off. Okay. It seems like my DNA is changing somehow. But not with a person with a quirk. Because when I made this, I made sure my own DNA was more dominant than the other quirks to make me still seem quirkless, but I'm not. But it seems like one for all and all for one, unlike before when they was fighting each other, they are slowly corrupting each other. By my calculations, it would take a bit for both quirks to fully be corrupted into but it also seems like the off one quirk is slowly dying? Okay, how the fuck is this possible? It seems okay, doing some more typing. He's like, one for all is taking over all for one. Huh. That's something. What's next? By these calculations, one for all is not just gonna take over all for one. By it taking over, it's also gonna be corrupted. It's slowly become like a negative version of one for all. Wow. Hold on. A negative version of the main hero who's the exact same. Why does this sound so familiar from a pre-quirk era comic? If I remember correctly, both of the hero and villain had the same abilities. They were both fast, if I remember correctly, but one had orange lightning, like yellowish-orange lightning, and the other one had red lightning or something like that. Now, I do remember they were the opposite colors from each other. I do remember he called himself the reverse something. Instead of just calling myself Deku, I guess it's time for a rename. By knowing myself, I would also probably go with the same name. You know, it's fucking wrong to know yourself so damn well. But that's no problem. And of course, by a couple more days go by villain Deku coming up with plans, and also with hero Deku training with Gran Torino, and also learning full cowling. When Gran Torino's like, yo boy, yeah, Gran Torino? We're going out to fight, some criminals, so where are we going? We're going to Hosu. Hosu? Wait. Why does that sound? Ain't that? I believe that's where Ito's interning at. Until they get on, the train. A couple of, hours of Izuku just mumbling to himself. Until the train stops. And basically, like just in canon, the freaking Nomu flies into the train And Gran Torino tells Izuku not to head out and all that. But we already know Ken and Deku, and of course, runs off to go help until he finds out Ida's missing, and also figuring out the hero killer is also in Hosu and where to find him. But if we go back with villain Deku, what's some finally done? You know, not gonna lie, I believe the League is going to love this. Of course, this is a abandoned apartment, and in the abandoned neighborhood where no one even lives at. So, and of course, heroes don't really come by here. That's a good thing. I just need to figure out how they should notice me. I could wait until all the League members, join. Oh, I have an idea. Especially if I interrupt that final fight of All Might in All For One's battle. Oh, that would be so shocking. To especially not just know who Shigaraki is from All For One, but also figuring out his predecessor, well, not really predecessor, but his successor, actually, my bad, isn't just a hero, but also a villain. Should I rub it in All Might's face? Also got One For All in All For One. But actually, I just hope All For One doesn't just, fully destroy itself, and then One For All gets corrupted from it and probably destroys all the other damn quirks I got. Cause not gonna lie, that healing quirk actually is freaking useful. Instead of just breaking my damn bones. But I can figure something out. How to make sure not to break my bones. Like, I don't know. Oh, maybe similar to that device what Melissa Shield made in my timeline to help. If I remember correctly, she did make it to help All Might. But instead I remember Mario using it. And I didn't see him break his bones. I could probably take that. Ah, how fun that shall be. Oh. And of course, he gets a news about Hosu being on fire. What the fuck? Have I lost that much time already? Okay, so that means Shigaraki is already on the fucking attack. I also need to figure out which building they're on to see them. And to... Or I could probably just watch and see how everything goes instead of just... I'm gonna make sure I don't mess up this whole timeline. Okay. He goes through out one of the windows, flying by using floats. But of course, on his computer, it shows a warning sign of quirk DI stable. Of course, by him taking a while for him to get there, he's like, okay, so where could I be at? I know. Of course, he's just flying around, just looking at all the destruction and laughing about it. Wow. Oh, look, it's Endeavor's fuckface. You know, it's gonna be funny. Oh my god, just came up with the perfect idea. Not just ruin All Might, and not just All for One's plans. What if I also ruined Endeavor? And the other, and also the Hero Commission, by just one plan.
You do know if you don't want to get bitched at when they get back, bring the trash cans back.
Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry for, the delay. I had to go, go get the trash cans and all that, do some other stuff. But it's just, get back to the story. So, I was at the part where villain Deku was basically coming with a good future plan. Not just to ruin, something about All for One's plan, but also to ruin, Endeavor, the Hero Commission, and all that in one big swoop. And I have the perfect quirk for it. I have the perfect quirk for that. I kind of think All for One. I'm surprised he never used that quirk before. Kind of glad I did when I copped the course with the doctor and taking some DNA from All for One when he was defeated by All Might in my timeline. And then copying that quirk down. And then, he escaped. Had to be more secret about my plans. Whatever. Until he sees something in the distance with the heroes running towards a alleyway. Let's check this out. Until he sees Hero Deku being saved by Stain. Oh my god. And he hears Stain say, Deku is a real hero and all that. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to say. Should I really just fuck my other self over right now, or should I just go and just let him have this? 'Cause, he is me, but at the same time, I really like to be a little petty sometimes. Especially knowing this version of me is a hero. And especially, and he's okay with Bakugo's bullshit. I can tell by the way he looks. And of course, he's on top of a roof close by. And before Stan doing that whole monologue, and of course, buying canon, people are, can watch it and all that, and that's easy because I really don't blame Stain. Because of Stain, I met Dobby and Toga and Spinner and the others. Huh. Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt. And of course, Winston, kind of done right when he gets done talking with his dialogue, he gets punched in the gut, flown back, knocked out. But the way he gets punched right into Endeavor, and Endeavor gets blown back. Wow. Good speech. Good speech, Stain. And of course, Villain Deku wearing his costume, what's similar to the vigilante costume, but you already know, with some slight differences. Stain. And of course, he still has the same. The fuck is that? Before I get back to the video, sometimes I don't get TikTok. I don't even know what the fuck that was even popped up. After when I'm done making this video, I'm just gonna forget about what I just saw about a TikTok notification. So guys, let's just get back to the video. Okay. And of course, one thing what is different is the mask is the same, but he has something similar to Senso, the guy who can mind control and all that, where he can change his voice. He kind of changes it with more something similar to how Reverse Flash kind of talks, kind of glitchy-ish, but you could still understand what he's saying. And of course, greenish electricity surrounding his body, like how Hero Deku's is, but instead of being that light green, like we all know, it's more of a darker green. And of course, everyone's staring at this menacing monster. And of course, unlike, Stain, Deku actually destroyed the camera to make sure no one can, y'all know, not see what he looks like and all that. So yeah, he's trying to be safe. And he's like, well. Hello, heroes. Oh, and hello, Deku. How do I know you? And of course, in a split second, the green lightning was flickering red. He's like, wait, what? Did my eyes just see? Of course, Hero Deku's like, what the hell? What was that? Did that lightning just turn? He can't even speak. Now, I know you, and I'm surprised you don't know me. That's a shame. Oh, I could give you a name, but hey, you're not worthy. Yet, Deku. Not worthy? See you later, Deku. Who are you? Todoroki says. Todoroki's like, who are you? I am the reversed. That is all you need to know. See you later, Deku. It just flings off with dark green lightning and with a bit of red electricity surrounding it as well, but barely can be seen. Deku's like, is it weird or did his costume look like mine? Like, of course, Hero Deku, he said that in his mind, it's like, and was that one for all? No, that can't be one for all. Or is, or did, he's just kind of confused. I need to talk to All Might whenever I get back. And of course, after that event, Deku, Ida, and Todoroki still get, kind of yelled at by the police commissioner, whatever, and all that, and the detective. Until, they get back to UA, and of course, everyone talks about their internships. So, yeah. And of course, Nezu, no. Before I get to that part, I got something better. Izuku heads to All Might and tells him all what happened about, with the hero killer, but also seeing someone who kinda had what looked like his costume and what looked like One for All. All Might's like, what? And okay. We will I'll get Nezu on the case. You just head back to class. Izuku's like, okay. And All Might just fucking dips to Nezu's office and go through the door. It's like, Nezu, we need to see something about that night in Hosu. What is what is wrong, All Might? Something would just look up. We just need to see footage. That's all we need. It's something what Izuku told me. What I'm kind of scared about. But it makes no sense. He said he saw something similar to like a second version of One for All. Oh my, that is impossible. There's only two people. There's only One for All and All for One. There's no way there's a second One for All. It's impossible. Do you think, I don't know, like we already, like, are you thinking about this because you believe All for One's not fully dead? I don't know. Just some things about the Nomu and how they have multiple quirks. Yes, I know. It's just very troubling, I guess you could say. Yeah, it is. It really is. I know. Of course they'll keep on talking until with Villain Deku was like, whew, that was crazy. I'm thinking about just laying low for a while. Enjoy the peace as I can. I might buy some. Let's see, I could buy some games for Tomura and something for Toga twice. Of course, nothing for really Mustard because I already know him and Mustard, Moonfish, and that fucking. I don't even want to think about that bastard. Musker. I can't believe he was actually gonna kill a kid. I'm glad I killed him in my timeline. Chopped him complete through. Well, after I shot him with my own version of a quick erasing bullet until, well, you know. That was until I found out Overhaul took my fucking design and then used a fucking child with it. Shit! Airy. Ah, fuck. I really want to save her, but I need to wait. I just need to concentrate, okay? I just need to concentrate. Wait a minute. If my other self's a hero, actually, instead of fully saving Eri yet, what I could do is destroy Overhaul's product and make him go back a bit, make him seem like he's fucking up. Ah, what amusing. You know, I couldn't actually make Overhaul suffer in my timeline. But what I can do in this timeline is really fuck some shit up. Okay, time for some more planning. Going into typing and figuring out Overhaul's shipments, when does he leave, and everything. And also, guys, this is when we will be leaving off here. So I do hope y'all enjoyed this video. See y'all in the next video. Bye bye.